Warning: the love virus is highly contagious. Spread at your own risk.
Hey, love. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Shantae Yvette. I may laugh, I may cry, I may stumble over my words, but no matter what, I'll show up as me in whatever form decides to rise today. I promise to be real, present, and human with you. So let's dive in. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you love this podcast, and also comment as well. Thank you.
This message that has been placed in my heart to spread for a while now. And quite frankly, this message is for those who are willing first to listen. And secondly, that are in the position to be able to listen and hear this message. Those that have awakened at this time and may need a little nudge in the right direction to lead you to a place of peace, a place of harmony, and a place of love. And I'm going to give you the first step to really elevating your life. And the first step is letting go of control. People don't realize that control comes in so many forms. It comes in the form of fear, anxiety, worry, being a perfectionist, expecting things from others, hating others, judging others, and being a perfectionist as well. That's all a form of control, and it's also operates under, all of those is control and operates under fear. Fear is control. This world thrives on fear. Like, this is what it's been for years. And we as a collective are tired of it. We have realized and have awakened to get ourselves out of this prison. When you're in the prison, this prison, the good thing about this prison is you can break out of it. It's not like the actual physical prison. It's the physical prison. Some people may break out of it, but it's way harder to break out of versus this world that is the prison that we have came down to really come and help elevate and help people break out of it. It's just like with the situation with Harriet Tubman when she was freeing the slaves. A lot of people didn't want to be free. They didn't even realize, that they could be free, and they were scared to be free because of the fear that's been placed upon them for generations. But in this journey, yes, it will be a lot of people who just don't even know that they're in this prison. But this is for those who do know and who want to elevate even more to get yourself out. And the only way to do that is to let go. Let go of that control. Let go of that fear. Like, trust that everything is working out for you. This life is all full of ups and downs. That's what this life is about. But those ups and downs, regardless of what's happening, stay still and learn from those ups and downs. I've realized, I was raised in a very abusive household. And being raised in that, some people, they just love it. They want to be in that environment. Me personally, I always said this is not the environment for me. I know I deserve better. I know I can obtain better. So what did I do? Go the complete opposite direction. But in the process of doing that, my journey led me to a couple of abusive relationships. One of them was so abusive that, you know how Facebook comes and shows you like your little thing from like a few years ago, and this is what you were doing. So today I got that image of me from 8 years ago celebrating, my birthday weekend, because my birthday was on January 15th. So that year, 8 years ago, I was celebrating my birthday weekend. And before that incident happened, for me to go celebrate it, the person I was with at the time did not like my hairstyle. He did not like it at all. He was so like just talking bad about it and saying, oh, I'm not going nowhere with you with this hairstyle and this, that, and the third. But me being me, like I said, I was raised up in an abusive household. And I knew that was not the way I wanted to go. So me being me, I said, well, you can stay here and I'm finna go and have my fun with my hairstyle. And you can, do whatever you do. So what I do, go out in my hairstyle. Had a great time and didn't care what he was thinking. And I realized today, I said, you know what? He was trying to dim my light. And that is what control does. You trying to control others and people controlling you is their way of saying, look, I am scared of what you may become. So therefore, I'm going to put this fear in you and make you fear so bad that you're scared to even become the giant that you are. You are scared to become the truest form of yourself. Who you were meant to be, who you already were until this world got to you. So I said, you know what? This is exactly why. Because I know from firsthand experience what it feels like when someone controls you. This is exactly why I don't ever want to make nobody ever feel like I'm trying to control them. Because that's me trying to dim who the divine naturally made them to be. Who source naturally made them to be. Who God, whoever you want to call it. It's all the same. It's just different names. Just like I have many. The source universe has plethora of different names. And it's whatever resonates with you. That's besides the point. So I learned that from these different things that I was doing, I was trying to control people. Because in reality, for one, I didn't know any better. I didn't look at it as a form of control. But now I do. And when people, yes, you might have expectations, let them go. People are only going to be who they are. Let them be who they are. And if you don't like who they are, you can easily, hey, baby, me and you are just not aligned right now. But I love you and I will let you, do whatever it is that you want to do. But I'm going to go over here. You don't have to control them at all. Because they're going to show you who they are. Ain't no point in you expecting anything but for them to show you who they are. That's it. If it doesn't resonate with you, let it go. If they're doing things that doesn't that you don't necessarily agree with, that's not your life. So why even judge them? Why judge somebody else for living their life the way they want to live their life? If you know how it feels when people do that to you, why do that to somebody else? I've always, regardless, throughout my life, even with me not knowing, with that control situation, I've always tried to, it's not no try, I've always treated people the way I wanted to be treated. I've always treated them the way I wanted to be treated, because that's just how I was raised, for one. And quite frankly, if you treat people the way you want to be treated and they treating you not the way you want to be treated, or even they want to be treated, you then know, look, it ain't my fault. That's something they have to deal with within themselves. That's something that they are hurting from within themselves. So they just lashing out on who's ever around. And that's what I had to learn, just even with me being in that abusive relationship. Oh, I knew that was not finna be my life. I knew. But see, people don't tell you. It's very hard to get out of those situations. It really is. They say, oh, why don't you just leave? Yeah. You think I did that. It wasn't until the divine, literally, because the divine knew this is not the life for me. I deserve better. I knew I deserved better. It wasn't until the divine stepped in and literally removed him out of my life. That's happened several times, because I knew that was not the way I wanted to go. This was unbecoming of the person I am trying to be. Because being in that situation, now I am living in survivor mode, and I am literally fighting for my life. And I can't thrive in survivor mode. You cannot thrive in survivor mode. Therefore, let go of all of that control. Let go of it. Like, when I tell you I've learned that, and I felt so bad because of how I was treating others, not realizing I was trying to control them, I said, you know what? This is something that I'm definitely not going to do. And if I do it, I'm a big enough woman to apologize and say, you know what? I was wrong. I shouldn't even, expected that from you. I shouldn't have even judged you for that. I shouldn't have even try to control what you had going on. The only thing you can control is your perception, is your own reality within your mind, the way you treat yourself and the way you treat others. That's it. You can't control how they gonna react to it. You can't control, like I can't even control this message that I am spreading to you guys. I can't even control if you guys are gonna take it and learn from this. I can't control that. It's all up to you. But what I can control is me getting the message out. What I can control is me doing what I have been called and destined to do. And that's getting these messages out. I don't talk unless I am told to. If I am told, which I have been told quite a few messages already, which I have been doing on TikTok, but this message I felt was worthy of a YouTube, because, it's quite a longer message than like my TikTok messages. And when I tell you that alone, letting that go, surrendering it, this season is about surrender. We have been operating in the masculine energy in this whole world. Work, 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 work. Let's go get money. This logic, being in the logical mind, being in control, being in ego, that's all masculine. It is the time for us to surrender. That's what we need. Surrender and listening to our heart. Our heart is where our intuition is, and our intuition is how the divine speaks to us, or our higher selves speak to us. And that's the way now, because the old way, it's been proven that it hasn't been working. This world, if it continues to go like that, it's going to just crumble down. It's you can already see. Look at the weather changes. Look at how all these wars on top of wars are happening. Look at this whole government system, how it is. Look at even the food itself. Like, if this world keeps going the way it is, honestly, I feel bad for people who have kids coming up in this world now. That's why we have to get it right for those future generations, so they don't have to live through this, so they can live in peace and harmony, because that's the way it was intended to be. It was not intended to be with all this chaos, all this separation between different people, different races, different religions. It was not supposed to be like this. But that's what men decided to do. Now it's a time of surrender. It's a time to be balance out. Like, yes, we need masculine and we need feminine energy. But for it to be an unbalance, God doesn't work in unbalance. God thrives in balance. God operates in balance in all areas literally of our lives. Like, that has been the continual message for me since last year. Balance. Sometimes you may fall off and be a little unbalanced, and then you realize, oh, I'm unbalanced. Let me balance it out. Let me not work too much. Let me balance it out. Let me spend a little bit more time with my family, and let me figure out a way to allocate my time so I can have family time, I can have work time, and I can have time for myself. That's how it has to work. And quite frankly, I'm at a place where I'm over. I done broke out of jail. I'm tired of that jail. I was so tired, so sick and tired of being sick and tired that I had no choice, because I was so sick and tired. So that's how you have to be. So sick and tired of your own stuff. You ain't got no choice but to break out of this jail. You're going to find a way. And this is part of the way. You have been affected with the love virus.